I'm going to show you 3 simple ideas to create a Spotify canvas for free in Canva. It's very similar to Reels on Instagram. It has a 1080 by 1920 dimension. And basically, when you come into Canva, what you need to do is search Instagram Reel. Once you have that, you can just create blank. And now let's dive into the ideas. Idea number 1 is using a single shot. So this is basically getting a video or a clip of yourself, maybe that was shot from an earlier music video, or you can even literally film it for this particular purpose, but it's just one shot. It could have a bit of motion or you moving towards the camera or something. It's just one shot that you're going to use because Spotify Canvas is a 3 to 8 second clip. So it's basically something that's going to be looping. Ideally, it's something that loops easily. So I have a video in my Canva that actually gives me that vibe. It might not be the best, but I like how it looks when it's looping. This is the video here. So the first thing I want to do is just make sure that it is adjusted to the size of the canvas, like that. The next thing I do here is trim. So the part that I feel looks good as a loop starts about here, right? So it's like a zoom past and then kind of rewind right there. So that's it. What I'm going to do now is just cut the volume here because it was actually from a video shoot that I did a few years back, but I like how that looked. So to give you an idea of how it will look while looping, what I'm going to do is just double this. Remember, this is 5.5 seconds and the maximum is 8. So we are going to go over the limit for this. So here's an idea of how it will look if it's to loop. Duplicate that, come here, and then click. Like that, right? So you can also go ahead and do a couple of things to it. I'm just going to delete this duplicate we made because mine is going to be just 5 seconds. So I could decide maybe to edit this clip a bit. Ideas that are coming to mind right now, maybe I could decide to remove all saturation, just make it black and white, right? Depending on the vibe I'm going for. All right. Maybe if I don't want to do that, I might want to really bring up the saturation in the clip. You can also decide to add a word here in the middle. So depending on what you want to do, let's try to find like a text or a font that maybe I find interesting. So maybe the song is what? Messiah, because I'm working on a song right now, on a release. The song is called Messiah. So you want to put it maybe in the middle there, right? Personally, how I would do this, I would change the color of this to black and white, the color of the clip. So I would remove all saturation because I feel like that word in the middle just looks better like this. All right. So something like this, and it just keeps looping with this word in the middle. Something that you can do with the word, for example, is add some effects, right? Let's animate it. So could put like a neon vibe to it, right? So do that, and then right. So how I like to bring that neon lighting effect, and you're going to see this as well as we are working on the third idea that I've mentioned in this video. You can see here I've added an animation, and then the animation itself I've put both. So you can only play with the intensity, if you have a premium account. Mine is premium, so I can do that. But basically, what I want to do is loop this, right? So I want to add another text here, literally just the same as this. All right, so copy, come in here, click, paste. All right, like that. And then I add this effect, then I animate it as well to neon, and then both. So like this, put it in the middle just like the other one, like that. Then we do it again, literally until the end of the clip. Right, so we add the effect, add the animation, neon, and then we position it in the same place as the other text that we did too. All right, let's see if they're aligned. Because the first two are aligned. This one is off. Let's bring it down right there. Yeah. So this is what it would look like. All right. Okay, so this, we need to reduce it as well. Right there. Then paste, add that, add the neon, the flicker. Remember to make it both, all right, so that it's flickering on both ends, like that. So here's an example of just the first idea, just one shot. All right. Okay, this last one is out of line, but we push it up like that. Yes. So, boom. Let me just duplicate this so that you can see what I mean. Why is it being funny? Okay, so yeah, 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 yeah. See that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it just keeps looping like that. That's an example of how to do it simply. Now there's a lot more you can do. You can come to elements and find different textures to add. Now that's idea number one. Idea number two is where you actually get multiple clips and you edit them into a 3 to 8 second clip that is going to be looping. So that's what I did for my most recent release.
Yeah. 256 in the building.
So let's just duplicate this. This is the first idea. The next one is this. So I'm going to delete these two. So come into your uploads. I take it you have your own small clips. Come to the video section here. So I have a video here that I like. Right. First thing I need to do is trim this down. So depending on the parts I want to use, I'm just going to pick like random parts where there's a bit of motion, huh? Like that. So I can pick maybe like 3 seconds of that. Let me expand it to fit the canvas. Boom. I feel like this would have also made a good like single shot, right? Mostly looping. You see that? So I would get something like this and I add it as well to my Spotify canvas. But right now we are trying to edit different clips. So I'm going to find a different clip here to use. The thing that I would advise here is try to make the clips be the same vibe, right? So whether it's color, it could be black and white, all of them are black and white. It could be the scenes that you shot the clips in. So maybe it was a whole concept that you did for this particular Spotify canvas. I just feel like it allows for cohesion. Like as someone is consuming the content, it's just a better experience. That's what I would say. So maybe another clip here I can add is this, right? So first thing I want to do is trim. Now let me find a third clip. So I'll need to trim it, of course. And then here I would need to change this to black and white so that it matches the theme that I already have going on. And this is what it looks like right now. So here, so far we are at just under 6 seconds in total, right? So let me see, we're at 5.5 seconds. So literally between the 3 and 8 second mark, this would be perfect. Boom, boom. So let me see, I don't like the transitions here. So if I was to add a transition, let me see. This flow on is pretty cool. I like this one. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm torn between flow and move and match. Let me see what move and match is all about. Okay, so I'm not sure about the move and match. So far, flow is the one that I like. So let me just add it all over here. So this is what we have right now. So it will have that loop. All right. So for me, this already looks good. I like it. So that's how I would go about creating a multiple shot kind of Spotify canvas. The next thing here that we are going to look at, and remember, there's a lot you can do within Canva on your own Spotify canvas. It just takes a bit of creativity and just thinking outside the box, going to elements and just trying different stuff out. For idea number 3, what you would want to do is use an image with either an animation or an effect, or even text with animation. So here I'm going to use this image, then have it in here like this. So as soon as I have the image I want to use, if I want to really improve the way it looked, what I would do is get the title of the track. I'm going to use the same title we used in the first idea. What kind of font do I want to use? So there's a font that I liked in a design I made earlier. Yeah, it's here. So I liked this font. It's actually not a premium font, so you can also access it. It's called Unifrac. That's all I need. Just come in here and type in Unifrac. Boom. That's in capital letters, so we need to keep this in small letters like this. So with text, I would first figure out the font that I want to use, and then I would start to add effects. So the first thing you can do is maybe add effects or animate the image. In order to animate, I had to make sure the image was selected, then clicked animate in the menu above. Options opened up on the left menu. I needed to select where I wanted the animation to appear. Was it at the beginning of my selected image, at the end, or both? I wanted it on both because I plan to duplicate the image and create a looping effect. I'll do the same with the text. It's a bit disorganized, but if you take a bit of time on it, it can come out really nicely. So you see there is an image. We've just added a bit of animation to it, and it makes it look like a video, almost like a short clip, which it is, right? And you can see the flickering just happening. Another alternative is to click on the image and decide not to animate, right? So you remove the animation, this as well. You remove the animation, this as well. So come here, click. You remove the animation. Come here, you remove the animation. Click on that. So let's see how it looks. Okay, looks like I wasn't successful with that. The whip slide. Photo. Let's remove that animation. Then here, let's take a look at the photo. Remove the animation. Then here, click on the photo. There is no animation for this photo. So now let's go to the start. This is an example of, you don't do anything with the image, you just focus on the text. And it's basically just that. Personally, I liked the way the image was pretty much moving around. It made it a little more engaging as someone is listening. But this can also work. So those are 3 ideas on how you can actually go about creating your Spotify canvas. I know this has not been in-depth. It's also been all over the place because I'm doing it in real time. I hadn't planned, or this is how it's going to look now. I'm just creating on the spot for you guys. And if you feel maybe I could have done better in a certain place, let me know in the comment section so that if I need to make another video like this, we get it. But I hope you've learned something so far. I'll see you in the next video.